Good afternoon. I'm hoping you guys can hear me and see some of the pictures that we've had sent over here in the last couple of days from some of our professional drivers out on the road. Not too shabby. Got some great pictures. If you guys have pictures that you would like to share, you are more than welcome to send them over our direction. You can send them to facebook.com/DTL Inc. And that's actually also the location you can call if you have any questions or want to talk to a recruiter. So call a recruiter at 888-668-0698. Got a few more pictures here to show you. And you can see the number right here. Where's it at? Right there. Well, you could. And I'll be showing that to you here in just a moment. Hey, Ken, I was able to add some of your pictures up here. So some of these are cut off a little funky. Hello. All right, we are going to dive in. We're talking about, hey, Amy, how's the shoulder? We're going to talk about our scorecard bonus again. We've been talking about this the last couple of weeks, but we had some more questions on it, and we wanted to make sure that we answered all of those questions so that you guys are well aware of how to maximize your last month. Let's see, no, for the month of March. Hey, Howard. Hello. For the month of March, about 49,000, well over 49,000, almost $50,000 just in the scorecard bonus for our company drivers. And our Smartdrive was over 15,000 for the company. 8,600, for the scorecard for our owner operators and lease. And then for our Smartdrive, our owner operators was just under $900 for the month. That was March. Month of March. Now we want to see more and more of these pay out. Aren't those, this picture here, this is Justin Jansen's beautiful picture. He's sunrise. Anyways, so we've got, there's Ken. There you go, Ken. Some of our pictures that we have there. So yeah, we're going to talk about the Smartdrive bonus. Talk a little bit about that. We'll also go over some of the safety reminder for some of the safety conversations that are going on right now, something that you'll see over the TransFlow app and the Omnitrax as well, the Qualcomm unit. Anyways, that's what we'll be discussing. You guys, let me know if you have any questions. As always, my name is Jessie. I'm with Decker Truckline, and we go live here on Tuesday at noon Central, every Tuesday. And then, of course, we go live on our Facebook channel as well, every Monday at 4 p.m. Central. So Howard says he'll send some pictures. Awesome. That's what I like to see. Adam, I've got a couple pictures from Adam in Arizona, getting ready to head eastbound. Eastbound and down. That's right. Oh, I have a picture for that. Let me find it. Hang on. Where did I put it? See if I can find it. No. Gotta figure out what folder I put it in. But eastbound and down, that's right. Special photos coming tomorrow. All right, Adam, love to hear that. Amy says her shoulder is the same, it's sore and swollen. I bet, especially after PT. MRI done to find out why it's not getting better even with PT. Well, it definitely gets sore with PT just to, right off the bat, but you've been doing it for a while. Adam, there's my big fella. Anna said, enhanced our driver scorecard bonus. Dang rights we have by revisiting the idle points, changing the points so you can earn for more miles, and adding the incentives for the good Smartdrive score, woohoo, which is 20 points or below. Amy says it's not broken, but we've done a bad tear on things. bad. All right, scorecard bonus. Let's talk, right? Dang rights. Ooh, surgery aim. That doesn't sound fun. All right, the scorecard bonus. That's what we're going to talk about right now. We're going to dive in, answer those questions. If you guys have questions on your hiring area or our hiring area, please put it in the chat And between Anna and I and anybody else that wants to chime in, we'll be answering those questions for you as they come in. So we'll interrupt what we're talking about to make sure that we get your questions answered right away. But the scorecard bonus, that's what we're going to dive into right at this very second, has changed this year. So instead of being 4 cents more, well, we've increased an additional bonus. That's what I want to say. Like Anna had said here, we've added a Smartdrive bonus into our monthly scorecard bonus. So they're separate from each other, but they definitely have some weighing or some, weighing factors, I guess, on them. So the Smartdrive, which is the new bonus, is what? Right? Yeah, which is the new bonus. There's my Smartdrive. There. I can't see my screen. The Smartdrive bonus, that one is an extra penny per mile for all the miles that you ran the month previous, as long as your score for the Smartdrive is 20 points or below. So, how do you get or below? The Smartdrive system it's really basically one of our safety features. It's our safety gauge, is the best way to describe it, I guess. And it does include both the inward and outward facing event recorders, so the cameras. We have the lane departure, we have the following distance, and hard stop, speeding, all of those are gauged within the Smartdrive system, plus more, but those are all gauged within the Smartdrive system. You get points for, critical events and things like that. Critical events also kick on your inward facing event recorder, whereas otherwise it's off. So that's the Smartdrive system. If you get 20 points or below, then you'll get that penny per mile bonus for the miles previous, or for the miles that you ran in the previous month. So anything for March, for the March payout that we paid out in April, right around the 30th of April, that was from, March 1st to March 31st. And you have to have that load completed by the 31st in order to get paid on it. Amy says, can I get the same bonus driving to the city and doing my shopping? You wish. That would be nice with the miles that you put on for that. So yes, the Smartdrive bonus is an extra penny per mile. And it's separate than the scorecard, but they're both monthly bonuses. But you can definitely see some similarities with the safety. So if you're getting the Smartdrive bonus on a consistent basis, odds are your scorecard is sitting pretty well as well. Now there are different factors in the scorecard, and we'll dive into that in addition to this, but the Smartdrive, 20 points or less. Now when we started the the Smartdrive in 2018, our numbers were way different than they were now. Now they were up there, and we noticed that the following too close was an issue. Speeding was also an issue. Those are things that you always want to keep an eye on, because those are probably two of the major factors in the Smartdrive scoring altogether. And so you need to make sure that you have your following distance. Give yourself a little bit more room, which coincidentally is actually what our safety topic is for the week. So safety first, of course, for safety first, every single week you're going to be getting those messages through the Qualcomm as well as through the TransFlow app. So if you haven't downloaded your TransFlow app, do so. And like I said yesterday on the Facebook Live, if you are having any troubles with the TransFlow, let me know. Contact me, facebook.com/DTL Inc. Or get a hold of somebody here at the terminal, your driver manager, so that we can let TransFlow know that there's an issue. If not, then fantastic. That's what we want you using to access your scorecard, your bonuses, your settlements, all of that, as well as some of the safety messages that are going out. Smartdrive, preventing rear-end collisions. About 25%, now rough estimate, of all accidents are caused by rear-end collisions. Obviously, in the refrigerated division, you're backing up more, but most of the time you're headed forward with everything. And so you need to make sure that you're giving yourself a little bit extra room. Give yourself a good 7 seconds behind the vehicle in front of you. So give yourself a little bit more of a distance while you're going down the road, especially when you're driving a tractor trailer. Yes, Anna's right. Bonuses are paid on the 15th of every month, or as close to the 15th as possible, and they're usually figured around the 10th. So, sent my latest photo. It's up for you to share. Oh, Amy, I'll have to go grab that. I haven't seen that one yet. Must have just sent it. All right. I'll grab it. Like I said, send me some photos, you guys. I love it. So a couple of ways to, remember or be aware of your following distance and to prevent following too close, because like I said, that's a major factor in that Smartdrive system, and that penny per mile can add up. We've got, you get 10,000 miles in a month. That penny per mile definitely adds up. So avoid any distractions. Same with this. This is a resource for you, these videos. And they're there for you to help basically teach you and provide the information, provide the conversations and answering the questions that you might have. But make sure that you're listening to them and watching them on your off time, not while you're headed down the road. They're not going to benefit you if you're putting yourself in an unsafe position. So make sure that you're watching this when you're parked. So stay off your phone, stay off your electronics. Like obviously you're going to need your Omnitrax and whatnot, but stay off TV and laptop. Someone was telling me yesterday they saw somebody with a laptop. Stay off all of that extra stuff while you're going down the road. Avoid any of those distractions. If something drops off onto the floor, wait to pick it up. Scoot it over to the side, get it out of the way with your feet. Wait to pick it up. Don't be bending down and to search, blindly for something. Adjust your GPS and everything before driving. I'm going to try that before you're driving. And don't, no reading while you're driving. No reading any texts. Obviously, the signs and stuff are going to have a little bit of a distraction, but don't get your eyes locked on a billboard or an advertisement of some sort. Just that'll take away your concentration from the task at hand, which is driving. So just a couple of reminders that'll help keep you, or helping you to keep that following distance safe, which again is 6 to 7 seconds as a minimum. And as you increase the speed above 40 miles per hour, you're going to want to make sure that you give yourself a little bit more distance every time. Good car width apart. Vehicle width. All right. Just make sure I'm not missing any of the conversation here on the side. But that's our Smartdrive. And yeah, that's an extra penny per mile. So I gave you, I'm going to cheat here, but for the month of March, we had, let's see, for the Smartdrive, we paid over $15,000 for the March for that scorecard, or excuse me, for that Smartdrive bonus. The scorecard, we paid over $49,000, so just a hair under $50,000 for the month. Now for the month of April, I didn't write those numbers down, so let me grab those for you real quick. That would be handy. There we go. April numbers, we paid $46,600 for the scorecard. That, remember, this is just on the company side. I'm only giving you company numbers right up front here. And then for the Smartdrive, we paid over $17,000 for the Smartdrive bonus. So we paid about $2,000 more in the Smartdrive bonus for the month of April than we did for March, but we paid about $3,000 more in the scorecard bonus. And then for owner-operators, about $7,800 for our owner-operators for the scorecard, and about $440 for the Smartdrive in April. In March, we paid out $8,600 for our owner-operators, a little bit more, and about double for our Smartdrive bonus. So our Smartdrive bonus went down quite a bit. Both our Smartdrive and our scorecard bonus went down for our owner-operators last month, but our Smartdrive went up last month for our company drivers. Last month we paid over $72,000 in the bonuses. That's not too shabby. We'd love to see 1,000, you guys. That is so our goal right now. Let's get up to 1,000, 100,000, not 1,000, 100,000. Let's get up to 100,000, and from there we'll just keep, challenging ourselves. to get more and more. 55% of our owner-operators are getting that bonus, and 32% of our company drivers are averaging about 2 cents per mile for the scorecard bonus. The scorecard bonus has different levels, by the way. So, Amy says, how's the COVID-19 changed in opening the impact on the Decker team? Right now it really hasn't. We're still abiding by the same rules when it comes to washing our hands and giving the 6 feet distance and wearing masks where appropriate, because there's still a lot of our customers are still requiring the masks. So if you guys don't have the masks or the hand sanitizers or something like that, let us know so that we can make sure that we get those into your hands. Frog Lid says, how much do you get for the pass DOT inspection? So if you're asking what you get for a clean DOT inspection, if that's what you're asking, you get an extra $50 for clean DOT inspection. So that's in addition to the scorecard and the Smartdrive bonus. That is completely separate, as well as the driver of the month is also separate from those. Although you do see a bearing on driver of the month based off of the scorecard and Smartdrive. So I do see those. Amy, back to your question though, freight is back up and rolling. It's nice to have that, contracted freight and that consistent freight that we have in order to make, when we have times like this where some of the country is struggling, our numbers stay up. So we love to see that. We can help in other areas. Fantastic. Good question, you guys, for both of you. For the scorecard or for the Smartdrive, I guess if you guys had any questions about that, let me know. But following distance and the speed gauge, those are common factors that we see, and we want to make sure that you give plenty of distance and everything for that. So also for the Smartdrive or for the following distance, make sure that you're driving defensively, because if you're driving defensively, you're going to be more aware of your surroundings and how others are going to react, or at least be prepared for how some of those others are going to be reacting. And if you're giving yourself enough of a distance, obviously you're giving yourself more time to react. And Anna says the criteria for all divisions in one year. Yeah. Okay. So we'll talk about some of that here in just a moment as well. Let's talk about the scorecard. Diving into the scorecard. Now that's the 4 cents a mile. So 5 cents total for the company drivers between, this is 6 by the way, 5 cents total between the 4 cents and the penny per mile for the Smartdrive. So 5 cents total for company. Now, like I said before, you've got different levels. So if you're getting the full 4 cents a mile for the scorecard bonus, you're going to be getting a full 1,000 points. So it's a point system. 1,000 points is the best. That's where you're getting the 4 cents a mile. That's what we want to see. So if you've got less than 1,000 points, say you've got 825 to 900 points, or 825 to 899, you're going to get a penny per mile bonus for that. And remember, the bonus pays on the 15th, or pretty darn close, and it's usually figured out around the 10th. So you can usually contact your driver manager by then, or check your TransFlow app to see what your scorecard is. Now, if you're between 900 and 949 points for the month, then you're going to get an extra 2 cents a mile. 950 to 999 is going to get you an extra 3 cents per mile. They say points, but I meant 3 cents. So it's 1, 2, 3, or 4 cents per mile based off of your points. Making sure I'm saying the right words. So, and again, that's in addition to the Smartdrive bonus. So what kind of criteria is going to get you those, maximize those points? If you're wondering where you struggle at, what areas you're struggling, talk to your driver manager, talk to Patrice, talk to safety. We need to be able to coach you into getting the maximum points possible in order for you to get that full bonus. We're okay with that. We want to see you succeed. The more you succeed, obviously, the more we succeed. And so we want to, we're all right with paying out more of that, because that just means that you're being a safer driver. It helps with insurance rates. Your CSA points are better. It helps for the customers and things like that. So all of it, overall, the safer we are, the better we are as a team. And just like our slogan, just like our slogan, and to be the best, we are, and as a team, we can become that. So that was very motivational, I'm sure. But that being said, let's talk about some of the criteria. Fuel compliance and idle time. I'm kind of a stickler on those because they can flat out make it or break it as a company and as an owner-operator lease purchase. So with the owner-operator and lease purchase, you don't have that criteria against you in the scorecard or for you necessarily, but at the same point, it's something that needs to be on time all the time because it will flat out make or break you on what your weekly settlements are as an owner-operator lease purchase. So even though that criteria isn't factored into your 1,000 points, it's still very important. Please don't overlook that. And if you're looking to get into the lease purchase program, make sure that you have a very good handle on your fuel compliance and on your idle time so it's not costing you an arm and a leg to run the truck. Now, the fuel efficiency, that one is a total of 50 points. So 50 points for that. If you've got 75 to 79% fuel compliance, you're going to get 10 points. 50 points is the max. 80 to 84% is going to get you 20 points. 85 to 89% is going to get you 30 points. 85 to 89%, I already said it, 90 to 94% is going to get you 40 points, and 95 and up, there you go, you can see that right there, 95 and up is going to get you 50 points. Okay, so 50 points total, which is going to get really 50 points is the max, that you can get for that idle time, and you want to get 95 and up. For fuel compliance, not idle time, 95% and up for fuel compliance. Now for idle time, that is 200 points. 200 points. So you can see that based off of that percentage, how important it really is to keep that idle down. Aaron, was it Aaron or was it Stephen? I think it actually was Stephen that said it yesterday. And Dean, both of you were talking about it. But the idling, if you're losing points for idle, it could very well be when you're waiting for air or whatever it might. I mean, you could just shut it down at every opportunity. You're going to be able to maximize that idle. So idle is, again, it's based off of where you're at percentage wise. If you are less than 5% idle, then you're going to get that full 200 points. So that's your goal. Less than 5% idle will get you that 200 points. 5 to 8% idle, 150 points. If you're between 8, 9 to 11%, that's going to get you 100 points, and you're just going down 15%. Idle time is going to get you 50 points. And if you are above 15% idle time, or 15 or above, then you're going to be getting for the idle. And remember, that is a full 200 points that you have the option to lose. And so you do not want to forfeit that if at all possible. Please stay on top of your guys' idle. Okay, so we've got the fuel compliance and we've got idle. And now those are the two things that, again, aren't factored in, the two criteria that are not factored into the owner-operator lease purchase, but you still need to be on top of it. All right, so with the rest of them, you've got 5 others. You've got claims. Claims are going to be a full 100 points, and you're either, if you have a claim that's driver related, then you forfeit that full 100 points towards the claim. Same with CSA violations. If you have a CSA violation, you forfeit 200 points for the CSA violation. So if you have it and if it's driver related. Remember, that's the important part, if it's driver related. The talk yesterday about a claim, it was not driver related, so therefore it did not count against them. They didn't lose any points on their scorecard. Miles. If you are getting, if you're maximizing your miles and you're getting good use of that, where's my sheet somewhere, then you'll get the full 200 point, or excuse me, full 150 points for your idle. Here we go. I'm going to give you I'm cheating here, but every division has a different criteria for it, for the miles. And that's because of the length of haul and the type of miles that you guys are running. So for a Midwest refrigerated, in order to maximize and get that full 150 points, you've got to get a minimum of 2,400 miles on a weekly basis, or at least average that 2,400 miles on a weekly basis for the month. And that'll get you that full 150 points. So just kind of as a review for what the miles are. If you're looking at the month of March, if you're looking at a month that has 31 days in it versus 28, you're going to be dividing by the number of days in the month in order to find out the month or the week length, as well as the number of miles that you're averaging for each week for within that month. Okay? Does that make sense? Makes sense to me. So you've got the number of days in the month altogether. That is going to help you to calculate what your weekly average is. So we're not just dividing by 30 every time. We're dividing, each month is going to be a little bit different based off of the number of days, is what I'm saying. So you want to be averaging at least 2,400 or above in the Midwest refrigerated to maximize those 150 points. However, if you're below that, you can still get some points. Say you're 21 to 2,200, you're going to get an extra 25 points. If you're 22 to 2,300, you're going to get an extra 50 points. 23 to 2,400, you're going to get an extra 100 points. So yes, you do have the ability to get points, even if your points aren't at that base to get that full 150 points. But try and maximize your points, making yourself available for dispatch, and keeping the wheels moving, planning your days, scheduling your time. That's, all going to factor in on making sure that we can get you more miles. And of course, working well with your driver manager. They are working with customer service in order to make sure that we've got miles coming your direction consistently. For the Western refrigerated, different numbers, because you're running different style of runs. You've got an average length of haul of over 1,100 versus an average length of haul of 400 to 600. So with the Western refrigerated, or our true over-the-road division, coast to coast, we want to see 27 and up, 2,700 miles and up for the weekly average, and that's going to get you that 150 points. So if I'm going to come right back down and kind of start at the base, the 2,500 mark, if you're the 25 point mark, if you're between 24 and 24.99, 2,500, then you're going to get 25 points for the month for your miles. If you're between 25 and 26, you'll get 50 points for your miles. You'll get 100 points if you're between 26 to 27, and like I said, 27 and up is going to get you that 150 points. So that's the gauge for miles for the Western refrigerator or over-the-road refrigerated division. For our teams, again, totally different miles because it's a different type of runs. We expect 5,600 or more to get that full 150 points. For our over-the-road flatbed division based out of Bessemer, Alabama, we're looking at 2,300 miles and up for that 150 points. So again, if you're at 2 to 2,100, you're going to get 25 points. If you're averaging 2,100 to 2,200 miles for the week, you're going to get 50 points. If you're averaging between 22 to 2,300 miles for the week, you're going to be getting 100 points, and then 150 for 23. For our flatbed division based out of Fort Dodge, Iowa, similar. You're going to look at 2,100 miles and up in order to maximize that 150 bonus. So 1,800 to 1,900 is going to be 25 points. 19 to 20, or to 1,900 to 2,000. There we go. 50 points. 2,000 to 2,100. That's going to be getting you right at that 100 points, and anything over the 2,100 is going to get you the 150 points. Short haul flatbed, a little bit different. We're looking at 1,800 miles and up for the short haul flatbed to get that full 150 points. So again, backing down 15 to 1,600 miles for the weekly average, that's going to get you 25 points. 16 to 17 is going to get you 50. 7 to 18 is going to get you 100, and anything above 18 is going to get you that full 150 points. So that's the mileage breakdown. So we went over fuel compliance and idle time and miles, claims, and CSA. Preventable accidents is another one that if you have a driver-related preventable accident, you lose the full 200 points. So preventable accidents, CSA points, and your fuel, or excuse me, let's try that again. Fuel compliant, or idle time, CSA violations, and preventable accidents, those are all going with that, by the way. So those are a full 200 points. They're definitely weighed heavier. With the preventable accidents, if you have one that's driver related, or in that case preventable, then you're forfeiting that full 200 points. Now the last one is service failures. If you have a driver related service failure, then you're going to forfeit the full points that are attached to that criteria. So you either have it or you don't. If you have a driver service failure, late load, you lose that those 100 points. Does anybody have any questions on our scorecard bonus and how that pays out? It pays out around the 15th of the month, and it's all figured by the 10th, but you can access all of those numbers, all of that information on your TransFlow app. If you're having problems accessing it on your TransFlow app, let me know so that we can make sure that we get that taken care of for you. Okay? And feel free to get a hold of anybody in the safety department, your driver manager, recruiting. If you have any questions on this and need it clarified, that's what we're here for. If you need some clarification, that's our job, is to make sure that we're helping you, your bonuses and miles and all that stuff. We're the support behind the scenes. That's the goal. So, all right. So that's our Smartdrive and our scorecard bonuses. The driver of the month is a little bit different. I think somebody had mentioned that a little bit earlier, but the driver of the month is a little bit different. The criteria for driver of the month is based off of the scorecard and the Smartdrive a little bit. And the reason I say that is because it's not written in the driver of the month in like the criteria of it. However, you need to make sure that you're at the top of the 3 top individuals per division are then recognized and sent to the safety department and the driver managers and operations and everything, and after hours and everybody at the shop. They are doing the voting based off of the top drivers in that division. So then you'll get a nominee for it, for the driver of the month, and then you'll also get the winner for driver of the month. So last month was what? The last month that was figured was April, and we'll have the May's figure. Well, they're probably working on it tomorrow and Thursday. But for the Western Division, Art Club was the winner of the driver of the month for April. And Midwest, Daniel Sturr. Again, we have nominees, and the number of nominees is going to be based off of how many people we have, how many professional drivers we have in that division. For the Midwest Flatbed, Dale Lehman was the winner again for driver of the month. Southern Flatbed, Keith Langford for the winner for the Southern Flatbed. Team, Dennis and Dorothy Neeks. Congratulations to them for the driver of the month, or the team of the month for April. And our owner-operator lease purchase, Thomas Remington, the bearded flatbedder. That's his Instagram tag. You guys were, but he's got some good pictures. So those the winners of the driver of the month, you get $150 gift card, and then you get a gift card to store, a $50 gift card to the Decker store as well. And for the actually it's a $100 gift card to Walmart, and then a $50 gift card to the Decker store. Then you get, as a nominee, you will get $50 Walmart gift card and a gift from the Decker store. So, all additional bonuses. And then the other one that we were talking about was the extra pay for clean inspections. Love to see that CSA score grow, and the CSA points, any CSA violations, obviously we want to get rid of those. But the clean inspections, those are just those are awesome. We like to pay those out, $50 extra for any clean inspection. We're starting to see more and more inspections again, you guys. 4 weeks for a month, 6 weeks maybe? We were really low. We even had 1 week where we didn't have any inspections, and I'm sure that was because of COVID, and they just weren't, they weren't inspecting trucks, period. Just given some social distance. Now you're starting to see the inspections again, so we're starting to pay out a little bit more for all these clean inspections as they come in. I know that some of you have asked about the Blitz. The Blitz for May obviously was canceled. There's one scheduled for July, and we'll keep you up to date if that changes, but as of right now, there is still a Blitz scheduled for the second week of July. So we'll keep you guys updated on that. All right, excellent. Well, I do want to talk to you a little bit about some of the positions that we have available. Just in reference to some of the comments that we had earlier, I did address, what one were we talking about? We had the guaranteed pay in the short haul flatbed division. That is an option. If you live in Omaha, if you live in Fort Dodge, Sioux City, so just a few areas, if you're looking for the guaranteed pay of $1,000, getting home multiple times a week, so not every day, but every couple of days, depending on where you live. Fort get home a little bit more often than Sioux City. Omaha might get home more often than that. So it's multiple times a week and then on the weekend. And it's dedicated, so you're not going to the same customer every time, but you'll go to similar customers, obviously, because they're definitely short hauls. So $1,000 a week guaranteed pay. We have several guaranteed pay options. We have the short haul in the flatbed. We have the refrigerated, the Midwest refrigerated, that'll get you home on a weekly basis. And then we have the flatbed that does get you home weekly as well. All three of those guaranteed pays do require that you're available for dispatch, that you don't have any driver service failures, that you get your paperwork in on time. And so if you're not, or if you turn down a load, or if you're not available for dispatch, then you forfeit your guaranteed pay and you'll go to the pay per mile based off of your experience. So for flatbed, the pay per mile is anywhere from 47 to 54 cents a mile, again, based off experience. 10 cents of that is per diem, so you're not taxed on 10 cents a mile. And then it'll be times whatever miles that you ran. Week cutoff is Sunday night. So you can get your miles, get your loads in by Sunday night. You'll get paid that following Friday on it. So instead of Saturday, we've changed it, trying to get loads in for you guys, or another load in for you guys by cutoff. So Sunday night, that has officially been changed for you. Now that's the guaranteed pay divisions. For the flatbed, by the way, the one that's home weekly, that one pays $13.50 a week. For the refrigerated, it pays $12.50 a week. Feel free to give us a call if you have any questions. The first thing you do is get a hold of one of the recruiters, and you can contact them right here at this number, 888-668-0698. You can also apply online if you aren't already with Decker. Hold of us and fill out an application. You can fill that out here at drivedecker.com. So drivedecker.com. And we'll be able to help you out there. Answer some questions, let you know what's in your area and what's all available. Speaking of available, Midwest van. We've got some Midwest van positions. We've got the freight. We need to make sure that we've got people running that for us and racking up the miles yourselves. So that one is going to pay anywhere from 43 to 50 cents a mile based off of experience. And you're home weekly if you live in anywhere from Lincoln, Nebraska to Gary, Indiana along I-80. And actually we can work with 25 miles on either side of I-80 from Lincoln to Gary, Indiana. So you guys have any questions on that? If you're wondering if you're borderline or whatever, that's, again, you call us here at the recruiting department at 888-668-0698 so that we can answer those questions for you. Also, for the Midwest van, every 2 weeks, or about 2 to 3 weeks, you're looking at Minneapolis, Athens, Georgia, Hartwell, Georgia, Greenville, and Anderson, South Carolina, and I'm missing one, Hartwell, Atlanta, Georgia. They will all home every 2 weeks. St. Joe, Missouri is yet another one that if you live in the St. Joe, Missouri area, we can get you home every 2 weeks for that one as well. Midwest van, 43 to 50 cents a mile. Great miles, you still have the opportunity to get your bonuses with the Midwest van for the scorecard, the Smartdrive, and of course all the extra pays and stuff as well for that. If you're looking for weekly home time and you live in Charlotte, North Carolina, another great opportunity for you for weekly home time out of Charlotte, North Carolina, or north of 20 in Alabama and Georgia. Also weekly home time option, guys. Otherwise, if you're in the Southeast, you're probably looking at about every other weekend, anywhere from Texas to the Carolinas for the most part. We do have a dedicated position out of Tifton, Georgia. If you live in Tifton, a 25-mile, 50-mile radius of Tifton, then we have a dedicated guaranteed pay at $750 a week. For the guaranteed pay, most of those who are on it, however, are making beyond that. Well, I think they're pretty much all making above that $750 a guaranteed pay. But 2 weeks during Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's, those 2 weeks, the Tifton plant does shut down. So we want to make sure that we can keep you busy if you're wanting to stay busy, or you can take the vacay. But that is the TIF dedicated. If you have questions on that, let us know. Anna referred to this a little bit earlier today, but we are requiring a minimum of 12 months or 1 year of flatbed tractor trailer experience for any of our flatbed division, Bessemer, Alabama. So if you're looking for flatbed and you live somewhere in the Southeast, we do require a full 12 months of flatbed tractor trailer experience. Okay. However, if you live in the Midwest, if you've got 9 months of experience, we can work with that. Yes, we can review flatbed securement to you as well. Plus, you can actually access some of those videos on our YouTube channel. If you're not already subscribed, click that bell. Subscribe. Tanner will show you how to do that. And then, again, that's 9 months for the Midwest flatbed if you want it. All of our refrigerated divisions, we do require a full year of tractor trailer experience. Okay, so it has to be a full year, full 12 months for the tractor trailer. Am I missing anything? If you're looking for lease purchase, our flatbed division would be the one to go into. You do need to remember that that scorecard needs to stay above the 850 in order to in the lease purchase program. Anna says, yep. So I'm going to retract this one here. Anna, all divisions require the 12 months of experience. Flatbed, 9 months of experience she's got here. But all refrigerated divisions require 1 year. 1 year of experience. Okay. And I do have one other position available. It's a hopper position out of Fort Dodge. So if you're looking to get home daily and you live in Fort Dodge or pretty darn close to Fort Dodge, then, thanks Anna, then you can actually get home. There's a 11 p.m. shift that's available. So it's night driving, 11 p.m. Usually runs about an 8-hour shift, running back and forth between Fort Dodge and Blair, Nebraska, running hopper. If you guys are interested, 888-668-0698. And we'll answer the questions there. Very good. All right. I must have been a speed talker today. Yesterday we were showing off too many of our pictures. Speaking of things to show off, we have our invest coming up. We'll be showing that off here very, very, very soon. We'll be announcing when that start date is. So if you haven't already and you have questions, you can submit your questions to podcast@deckermail.com. So podcast@deckermail.com if you have any questions that you would like addressed on the podcast. I'm not sure if I should be announcing who will be doing the hosting yet, but I can tell you that we've got a few of them. Can't wait to share them. But please answer any questions. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Oh, I'm frozen. Ha ha! What good timing. Oh, maybe not, but that was funny to me. Okay. Whew, what else? Thanks, Anna. Yep, there's the new podcast. I'm excited about that podcast. Should be fun. I'll provide all that to you guys. Well, I will leave you with some great pictures. Amy says, where can we find the podcast when it starts? You'll be able to access it on Apple iTunes. You'll be able to access it on Spotify and like 8 other platforms. So, plus we'll have a link to it, not only on our Facebook channel, but we'll also be linking to it on our and our YouTube channel, but we'll also be off of our website, which is drivedecker.com, so you guys will be able to access that. Cool? Cool beans. This young man, John Smith, hero of our week, hero of the week, hero of our week. There we go. Have a hero that you would like to brag about and like to share the hero of the week. Give it a hashtag hero of the week and send it my way. Facebook.com/DTLinc. Send me a picture along with the name of the individual and why you would like to nominate them for hero of the week. All right, please do so. And then we'll be recognizing them on our lives Tuesday, our Facebook and our YouTube, as well as posting it usually on Sunday morning is when it comes out. Amy says, is it going to be a video cast? You're recording the podcast as you're doing it so others can watch. We won't be doing a video of it necessarily. There might be some that have video, but most of them will just be the podcast. But we can put them up on our YouTube as well so that you'll be able to listen to them through YouTube. But yeah, they won't normally be video. I'm not sure we people willing to talk on the podcast if we told them it was video. I don't know why. Good question. Yes, indeedy. But check it out. I'm super excited about it, you guys. I think it's a great opportunity. I know. It's like have maybe a picture of them flashing up for our YouTube. So you can see who it is that's talking at least. Put a face to it. Some of our pictures. Amy, I'm going to go see if I can find that. Facebook.com/DTLinc for all of you who want to share your pictures with us. We send them our way. Let's see. See if I can find that, Amy. My latest photo. Ooh, rainbow. I love it. Let's share it. I gotta wait for some of my pictures. I've got some great pictures if you guys can see them on here. Everybody has shared them. They're beautiful. Thank you guys for all of that, by the way. Oh, Froglin is Troy working for this company. Thank you. Plus the thing I've ever again once. Oh. I lost that one. All these pics. We got a slew of pics here. Whole bunch this week. And there are some beautiful ones. Justin sent, I know I mentioned this earlier, but Justin sent 3 over yesterday of sunrise that I thought were beautiful. Feel free to send more my way. We'll get them on Instagram as well. Awesome. Here of that Amy just sent. Can you guys see that? That is one good looking rainbow. If I can move it over for you. Maybe you see it better here. Zoom in. There we go. Thanks you guys for sharing that. Yes, indeed. All right, so I should probably let you go for the day, but don't forget that go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified every time that we go live. Ooh, Anna says play the Welcome Center video. I have that handy, but if you give me a minute, I will try. Let's see. But yes, we'll go live every Tuesday at noon Central, and that way we can share. Oh, this is not the one. I don't know. It's not letting me. I was hoping to share that video with you guys on the welcome video. The Welcome Center. You guys know about that, right? The Welcome Center is available to you. Can't access it. Bummer. Amy says, can the driver send the sun and warmer weather back to Montana? Yeah, no kidding. I've got wind and sun. Froglid. Troy says, sorry for this awesome company. Best decision ever. Thank you. Love this and every day. Awesome. Thank you, Troy. It must have been like speech to text. It wasn't your friend. Not at the time. Awesome. Okay, I will let you guys go. Don't forget to send me your pictures at facebook.com/DTLinc so that I can share them with everybody. And any questions that you might have, anything that you have questions that we can address during our lives as well as the podcast. It's podcast@deckermail.com. So you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for being here. And we'll see you next week. No, Amy, I didn't